When we talk about the phases of running, very simple. There is followed by middle distance. The stance phase is a little longer, right? Then marathon la pathina stance phase is very long as compared to the flight phase. The flight phase reduces drastically, okay? And look at the second point. There is a rapid transition from the early to late stance. Here, there is a combination of midfoot to forefoot strikes, right? Here it is majorly midfoot strike. Here there can be a combination of midfoot and forefoot strike. Here, if you look at the marathon runners, right? They have to distribute the force equally, right? Sorry. So there is a more heels, you can observe a little bit of heel strike more as compared to the other events because they have to distribute the force equally. And finally, look at the last point. It's about the flight phase. Here, obviously, sprinters have longer flight phase. And in middle distance, it is moderate. It reduces as compared to the sprint. And finally, if you look at the marathoners, the flight phase is drastically lesser as compared to the sprinters. Seringla, that is the main difference. Let's move forward. Okay, so I have already given you an idea of muscles. Now when I talk about it, it will be easier for you to understand. So this is about 100 meters and 200 meters. Can we go back a bit?
Shall we make it quick?
Yeah. I'm just about to finish. Yeah, so just pause here. This is about the sprinters, right? So early stance, very simple. Your quadriceps is the one which is absorbing the shock. Okay, that has the primary role. And when it comes to the hip muscles, glutes and hamstrings, again very, very important. So the primary thing here is knee la pathina, quadriceps, hip la pathina, gluteus and hamstrings. Seringla. Then late stance, obviously like I said, you need the calf muscles to push off, right? Calf muscles and hamstrings and gluteus to control the motion. Okay? And flight phase, if you look at the flight phase, iliopsoas, rectus femoris, your hip flexors are very, very important here to drive the knee forward. If they are not functioning, then knee will not drive forward properly. Hamstrings eccentric work is very, very important. In 400, 800 meters, it is pretty much the same. There is not much of a difference. But if you look at the early stance, there is a lot more strong activation of quadriceps and glutes. And the rest of the things are pretty much the same. Let's move to the next slide, which is the marathon long distance. In this, if you look at it, because of the energy that they have to conserve, all the muscles are activating, but not forcefully. It's about the endurance, right? So we all know what is the muscle fiber activation here. So for sprinters, it is the fast twitch fibers. And for long distance runners, it is going to be the slow twitch fibers. Okay, that is mainly the difference. So it is not forcefully producing the force. It is generating the force, but not at a forceful manner because it has to conserve the energy. Yeah, so this is just a slide of just showing where these muscles are. For the first phase, it's the gluteus, hamstrings, which are very important. For the second phase, it's the calf muscles, which are very important for you to push off. In tibialis anterior for you to control the movement. And for the flight, iliopsoas is very important. Hamstrings are very important. And yes, like I said, hip flexors for you to bring your knee forward. Yeah, that would be it. I hope that was